Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. And Diwali is here soon. And if you are from outside India, I guess the equivalent would be Christmas. Yeah, Christmas has come soon for the gamers. As E3 has basically kicked off, and of course, yesterday we got a state of play with Horizon Forbidden West. Now, this is a video where I recount everything that we know about the game from that particular state of play reveal and my thoughts on it. So this is the part where I'm just talking about what they revealed. Now, in general, when I was sitting through this entire reveal, I actually didn't see it live because I had to wake up early in the morning. I had a practical exam today, so I essentially waited and I appeared for the exam and I then saw it, and I'm now making the video. So I know it's a little bit late, but the news is going to come faster as we move on because it's just a matter of a week. After that, we don't have exams. But anyway, that's besides the point. But when I was actually looking through this gameplay, I felt like this is essentially Horizon Zero Dawn, but better. Which has two sides. If you loved Horizon Zero Dawn, and I know I do, because I haven't completed the game so far. I still have to do a lot, which got delayed because exams. But I've played this game, I loved this game. And to me, it looks very, very interesting. Like if I had a PlayStation 5, which I don't, and I probably never will, I would definitely play this day one. Now I can't play this day one because I'm on a PC, and of course this is a console exclusive. So I'm kind of screwed there. So of course the other edge of this two-edged sword is that if you didn't like it before, it doesn't really do much to change your mind now, which is fine in my opinion. But in the types of features that they did, none of these features are really unique because we have seen these implementations in other games. So of course, one of the biggest ones was that holographic glider thing. So of course, we saw that in an open world game in various titles. We saw that in Breath of the Wild first, and even more recently in a Ubisoft game in Immortals Phoenix Rising. And in many other games, like we saw versions of it in Nier Automata. So there are many games which have done this. And so this kind of feels like a quality of life thing rather than a big new feature. Now, in terms of the actual gameplay though, this pretty much flows the way Horizon Zero Dawn does, which is a good thing. I am very much against the industry standard of making every game look the exact same. I am very much against that. If Horizon Zero Dawn was going for some sort of a gameplay, Horizon Forbidden West is improving upon that, and in my opinion, that is what a franchise should do. And so what we have here is that we have a few new features to essentially enhance what we got in the previous game. One of those features is the grappling hook, which in this game, the implementation looks more like Sekiro than something like the Batman Arkham series. So that is not inherently a bad thing. I'm just saying these are two different approaches of having a grappling hook. Of course, Assassin's Creed Syndicate went for that Arkham approach. This game seems to be going for the Sekiro approach. So yeah, more fun, I guess, because the Sekiro system was actually pretty good. Other than that, there are a few new tools. In general, it seems more cinematic, but I don't know if that is because of this gameplay, if they tuned that camera specifically for this gameplay reveal, or if the final in-game camera is going to follow this. I don't know that because, of course, who knows? They use these tricks in the gameplay to make it feel more cinematic, but then in the final game, it may not be. But considering that this is a Sony first-party exclusive, I think it is a pretty fair assumption to assume that, yeah, this is going to be a very cinematic approach. As far as the cutscenes go, that is where I, in my opinion, saw the biggest improvements. Like in Horizon Zero Dawn, when we go into any cutscene, the facial expressions, the faces, they are sort of flat, and even the cutscenes, they are not quite that good. But in this game, the cutscenes look very, very good. They are very stylized. Like the faces are not meant to look that photoreal. They are kind of photoreal, but they are not supposed to, or they are not going for that, actual human face. So they did take a little bit of proportion stuff. But other than that, the animations, the visuals, they look great. The one problem I personally had with this reveal is with the graphics. Now, I'm not saying this game looks bad. Far from it. This game actually looks pretty good. And even the original one looked good for that matter. No, the problem I had is I think they're using a bit too much of depth of field. And there is a bit too much motion blur in the video. So, and maybe it was also a little bit of a contributing factor is also YouTube's compression. It just feels so blurry, and sometimes the blur sort of weirdly cuts off in the screen. So like sometimes half of the creature is blurry, but the other half is not. And it feels weird. It's like they have some tuning left to do with the depth of field. I personally do not like depth of field or motion blur, and in any game, if I have that option, I will turn it off because I do not like these features. So that is personally my own gripe with this game. Other than that, everything looks fine. Now, what are my thoughts about this game? Now, as I said in the beginning, this is not the most innovative game because from what we saw, yeah, it is a very unique game, as in we are fighting robotic dinosaurs, which we haven't really done in many other games. Let's be honest there. But other than that, in terms of how the game is flowing, and I'm assuming it sort of has the similar-ish RPG mechanics from the first game. So all things considered, I really don't think this is going to, blow everyone away with a revolutionary new gaming feature or something like that. No. But what it will do is give a really good package. Like this game, in my opinion, can end up being a 9 or a 10 in people's books. Now, it won't in my book unless they release it on PC, which I guess they will like 5 years later. Then we'll talk about it. But other than that, yeah, this is not going to be the most unique experience, but I do think it's going to be the best experience. I have said this about other games, like in my best games of 2020 video, I said that both Doom Eternal and Red Dead Redemption 2, they are not the most unique experiences. They are not revolutionizing the genre. But what they are the pinnacle of their genre. They are the best this genre can offer. And I feel like this game is going to be a game like that. So yeah, so far so good. If you have a PlayStation 5, buy it, I guess, because why not? If you loved the first one, or even if you love like open world games in general, the action open world games, buy it because you have absolutely no reason to. If you have a PlayStation 5 or even a PlayStation 4, because I think it is also launching last gen as well. It may not look as good in the last gen, but the gameplay features will still be there. So yeah, why not, And if by some miracle we get it on PC, obviously I'm going to play this game because, again, why the hell not? Now, that brings about the end of this video. Now, of course, you may have noticed that today, of course, was the day I was going to upload the Assassin's Creed video, my Let's Play series. But I didn't do that because, of course, now these news are starting to roll out. And now you're going to see me sort of move away for the schedule for like a month. Because news is just going to keep dropping for the next month or so. And anytime any big reveals, any major reveals comes up, I will make a video on it. And that will kind of, push the other videos aside. So there are many projects that I was working on that I was going to release that are now going to be on my back burner because, of course, these things right now are more important to talk about. Those can wait. So, yeah. But don't worry, they are not gone. It's not like I'm not going to finish the Assassin's Creed series. I'll probably finish it next week. But yeah, this is what I mean. Right now, these things kind of take the priority. Now, of course, this is not the only video that is coming out. I'll try to do a double upload today itself. And one of the other videos would be Dying Light 2. It's a game that I'm very interested in. It's a game, of course, that was delayed due to the COVID-19 situation. And finally, we have a release date with it as well. So I am really excited about that game as well. I think I'll go slightly more in depth with that game because we know more about that game. So stay tuned to my channel for all that content. And as always, I will leave you guys in peace.